It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. All that and more coming up next.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. So good to have you on board with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Oates in here. Greg, you look at the marquee, and it's a lot of offensive stars here. I'm looking at the other side. Defenses better show up here if you want to walk out with a win.
Yeah, I think the burden, of course, lies on the players, particularly the players in the secondaries of both of these teams. They're going to have moments where they've got to win one-on-one, as you said, against some of the top offensive skill players in the league. But I also feel like there's a lot on the shoulders of this defensive coordinator. Can you change up coverages, change up looks, make it difficult pre and post snap, not only on these wide receivers and skill players, but also on the guy with the ball in his hand, calling the shots, playing quarterback.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So, out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
There's a handful of guys throughout the league, Mike, at the quarterback position that single-handedly are worth the price of admission, and he's certainly one of them. He can make every throw on the field look routine, and while that gets the majority of the attention, it's the athleticism, it's the toughness as a runner. Frankly, just not a lot of guys at the quarterback position possess it. Not to mention, at all times, he's one of the biggest guys on the field. If he's under center, chances are you're going to be in the competition to compete for a championship every year.
That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
That one intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans, still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this to about the 28. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Flacco. He's got his man. That's down. He's to the 15. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run with the 3rd-year man. It's James Cook. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
We see this week in and week out, Mike. These running backs in today's game, they really have the skill set of a wide receiver. So if you're going to guard him one-on-one and you know the offense is going to use him in the passing game, you better have that guy. You better have that matchup guy that you're confident to put on him and say, okay, you're going to go out there in space and defend a receiver like this. And after plays like that, I'm not sure how much more man coverage they can afford to play.
Cooper going in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He's going to run it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Man in motion here is Hollins. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Slot receiver headed right. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Allen. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Tyler Bass now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Josh Downs now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Woo! And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. Throwing, Flacco. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That's Greg Rousseau in there for the sack.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. Man in motion here is Hollins. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. and it'll lead to a second down.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. The Bills bringing on the punt team. And back deep it is Josh Downs. Now a fair catch called for and taken right at the midfield stripe. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Flacco. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Flacco to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Man in motion here is Hollins. Now Allen on first down. The reception belongs to Mac Hollins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. The tight end Kincaid in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. On the return, this is Downs. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First and 10. Here's Flacco. He's got the big man, Mo Alley Cox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Room up the sideline at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's Flacco to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Downs. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now it's Taylor. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
Now, faking the give. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
To throw is Flacco. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. A second effort, and he is in. Joe Flacco. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Gay to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Man in motion here is Hollins. Allen will throw. He's got that complete to Knox. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On 1st down, it's Allen. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw again, it's Allen. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. And they will finally run him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down, and he'll take it on in. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Bills. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. The defense trying to come up with a stop on third down and 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air. First down, Indianapolis.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up now for second down. Now Flacco. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Here's Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Taylor. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. They'll go with Taylor. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. Here's second down. Throwing is Allen. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A final shot now for Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So it's a win for the Colts. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. And they walk away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts, winners here in the Circle City, as we say so long from Indianapolis.